While there are many aspects of my time abroad that I loved, one of my favorite parts of studying abroad was the food. India is home to so many unique and tasty meals it can be overwhelming trying to figure out which ones to try. I specifically remember during my first couple of weeks in Pune, going to restaurants and doing eeny meeny miny mo to decide which food I would order. While sometimes I made great decisions, discovering cheap, awesome foods like vadas, other times I chose food that I can barely even get through. With this presentation, I hope to help you avoid that problem by suggesting my 10 favorite snack foods to eat in Pune. So let's jump right in the list with number 10, dosas. Dosas can be found across the city and are commonly a lunch or dinner food. Since dinner was often served late at my homestay, I found it helpful to have an after-school snack before dinner. Dosas were great for this because it filled you up just enough to hold you over till dinner. Dosas are essentially a very thin pancake made from fermented rice and are extremely popular throughout Pune. Over time, oftentimes, you will get them with seasoned potatoes inside, but there are also other variations. They are available at many restaurants and street vendors throughout the city, but my personal favorite place to have a dosa was Vaishali, which is conveniently located right near the program center. Poha is a common breakfast food in Pune. However, everybody makes it different. The poha my host mother made, was much different than the poha the program center made, and both of those were very different from the poha I would get from street vendors throughout the city. Poha is just essentially flattened rice with spices, but it can be either spicy or savory or any combination of the two. I highly recommend trying all the different options throughout the city since breakfast can sometimes get very repetitive. If you are having poha as an afternoon snack, specifically the one the program center provides, I recommend crushing some chips and of your choosing into the poha. While this may not be the healthiest or the most traditional way to eat poha, it adds the perfect amount of spice and crunch. My favorite combination was to put a little bit of magic masala chips in the poha for flavor, but any other type of chips will work. My host father always referred to bun vada as the Maharashtrian hamburger. To me, the only similarities between a bun vada and a hamburger were that they both had buns and they were both very tasty. Bun vada is a popular cheap snack that is specific to Maharashtra. It is a spicy fried potato on a bun. I found them great for an afternoon snack or a quick lunch if I was pressed for time. The canteens of Ferguson College actually sell very cheap, very tasty bun vadas that I would highly recommend. In my opinion, samosas are the quintessential Indian snack food. This was one of the few snacks that I had already enjoyed quite a bit before my time in Pune. Samosas are a fried snack that is filled with spiced potatoes, chickpeas, and other vegetables. They can be found all over India, and I can't think of a time where I was disappointed with a samosa that I bought. If you haven't tried them yet, you will absolutely have them when you are in Pune quite a bit. Gulab jamun is a dessert in my experience that people either love or hate. For me, it's one that I need to eat warm or not at all. Gulab jamun is an extremely sweet dessert that is pretty much fried dough soaking in a sweet honey sauce. When freshly made or heated up, the treat tastes wonderful and pretty much melts in your mouth. While I always enjoyed them at my host parents' house or my friend's host parents' house, Kaka Hawaii Sweet Shop makes extremely good gulab jamun that I highly recommend. Soft serve ice cream is not necessarily a food that I would associate specifically with India since many of us have had it all of our lives. However, when in Pune, soft serve ice cream was one of my favorite snacks to get any given day. For starters, along with the classics like chocolate vanilla and chocolate vanilla twist that we have in the States, Indian soft serve also includes mango. I'll talk more in detail about my love for mango treats later, but mango soft serve is something that is incredible and I highly recommend. Furthermore, nothing quite beats this April heat in Pune like a nice cone of soft serve from California Cream on FC Road. One of my favorite things about going to India was easily the mangoes. Before going abroad, I had thought I had known what a good mango was, but boy was I wrong. I had never had such juicy and fresh mangoes before going to India, let alone mangoes prepared in so many different ways. Easily, my favorite type of mango was mango pulp. Mango pulp is like fresh mango pudding, with little chunks of fresh mangoes inside of it. It's extremely flavorful and extremely tasty. The texture may scare a couple people off, but again, it was one of my favorite dishes and I highly recommend trying it. While some of the snacks before this were specific to Maharashtra, Mastani is the only snack on the list that is specific to Pune. Mastani is Pune's version of a milkshake. It's ice cream, fruit, and sweet lassi mixed together, and it always hits the spot. I would tend to get mango Mastani, but strawberry Mastani is never a bad choice either. You can get it at most places throughout the city, but Sujata Mastani is my pick for best Mastani. Bhel puri to me was always like Indian trail mix. It is puffed rice with a variety of different things such as tomatoes, onions, crunchy dry noodles, to name a few. Then it is topped lightly with a tamarind sauce. I love the mix of spicy and savoriness when I ate Bhel. It is truly a snack food and really great to munch on while you are doing pretty much anything. While my favorite Bhel was the one my host mother made at my homestay, Kadai also makes a very tasty Bhel that I would recommend. You can also buy Bhel from many food street vendors across the city. Possibly one of my favorite snack foods of all time, Pani Puri truly is my favorite food that I ate in India. Pani Puri is bite-sized puri balls that are filled with seasoned potatoes or chickpeas and then topped with two different waters. One is a savory water while the other is a spicy water. The combination makes for an incredible flavor. When ordering, most of the time you'll get 5 of the puris described before, and then one final one which has potatoes or chickpeas and then onions, tomatoes, and masala powder. Pani Puri can be found at most restaurants on the chat menu, but also on the streets. Be careful when buying from street vendors, however, since they may not use purified water and you can get sick. For that reason, I recommend waiting a bit to let your body get adjusted to India before trying the street food. However, once you feel ready, definitely explore the many different options of Pani Puri across the city. I hope that this presentation was very helpful and that during your time in Pune you will try all of these foods. Finally, here are 4 other snacks that didn't make the list but I still recommend trying. Have a great semester in India and try as many new foods as possible. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.